What's up, everybody? Nyonyxx here again. Another tutorial for you as part of the Learn Massive Like a Pro series. Today I'm going to talk about envelopes 1, 2, 3, and 4 and how you can use envelopes to shape your sound. If you've been following along with me for a bit, you'll know that my Facebook page and my YouTube page both have a ton of free stuff. There's over 80 how to make certain sound videos on my YouTube page, and there's over 100 free presets on my Facebook page. So I urge you to check those out because learning from the sound design of those presets will probably help you the most, honestly. But anyways, I'm going to go over the basic settings of the envelopes and how you're going to use those and how you can use those to adjust your sounds. Again, this is a basic tutorial. At a later date, I'll go through and give a more advanced tutorial with how to shape your sound in more unique ways than this is going to go over. So if you need a basic tutorial on envelopes, I'll try to help you out. Alright, first let's go to the new sound, and what we have, I have the Daft Punk Defunk melody. Right there. Turn down a little bit. So that's what we have going right there. Now, what we're going to do is basically in Massive, I'm going to let everything stay stock now. Basically in Massive you have envelopes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Envelope 4 by default, I believe that's how it is run through, is the main envelope that's going to control stuff. So for example, if you just open up a new sound like we did, new sound, you go to envelope 4, that's going to be the one that's controlling the sounds. Okay? So basically I'm going to try to go over how each of these can shape your sound and what each of them do. Now, say you start off with delay. Basically what this is doing is pushing how quick the sound starts back, as you can see in the little chart, or little graph. So here's, see how it comes in late? Almost like the attack's way up. Now again, this might seem kind of useless, but this is definitely very helpful on pads, and this can be helpful in some Dutch house settings too. Okay, then next let's go to the attack setting. What the attack is how quick the sound hits originally. So if you want to make a plucky type sound, just say you want to go, and Massive is not good at plucks, by the way, but just say you want to make pluck, you know, basic, we'll keep it at that. Turn the attack up too high, the pluck sound's gone. All you hear is the end of the transient. I guess that's the proper word. Pluck, not a pluck. So again, you know, just say you have, just say you want to make a pad. You know, oftentimes make a pad, you'll turn the attack, which you can already feel kind of gives you a, you know, more smooth and vibe to it. You want to create, you know, want the attack to come right on and create plucks. You want it all the way down. Now, this level, I'm not going to worry about in this tutorial. We are going to talk about this decay and this level right here. So you notice if I turn those off, the sound goes completely away. Now, as you're watching the little chart, as I turn the decay up, the sound comes back in, as more of the note is being held through. Turn the level up, it just holds the level of the note coming through. So turning these is as simple as going from a pluck sound to a open sound in the most basic form. Now I know envelopes might not seem too cool or useful, but let me try to show you where at least these knobs can definitely help and change the sound. So just say you want to get kind of a talkie type sound. So you can see the VAT, and granted it's not really a talking sound because I don't have I'm not going to go through and adjust the rest of adjust the rest of Massive. But as you can tell, it dramatically changes the sound just of a basic saw filter, basic saw wavetable. So as boring as it may seem, these are definitely very important and often overlooked by people. Okay, now for this tutorial I'm not going to go over these four because they're not super important. The release, however, I will go over. What release is how quick the sound trails off is the way I envision it. So let's say, for example, you want the bass. You don't want the bass line to linger on, so we'd have it just like this. Quick, real quick cuts off. Okay, now just say you wanted to make a Mordfuss-Tang type airy arp. I'll go adjust this, I'll come back to that later, but see how it's just plucking? Pluck, 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 pluck. Bum, 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 bum. Like I said, what if you want a more airy, like a Mordfuss-Tang arp is a good example. Or it kind of lingers on, so then for the sake of sakes, I'll add some verb to it. But you can see just how difference that the release will make from really basic, basic sound to a much different sound. Now you don't want to make the release too long because then it's going to linger too much and muddy up your sound. But again, adjusting the, you can get so see, just by adjusting these parameters, not even changing the wavetables or the filters, you get a vastly different sound. So that is the basic gist of how the envelopes work, or how this envelope 4 works. On this tutorial, I'm not going to go into any of these, as they're not really super important to your sound. But the main ones you need to worry about are this delay, this attack, this decay, this level, and this release. And again, as you can see just by the sound here, you can hear the vast difference that adjusting these makes. And it might not be too glamorous per se, but it does make a big difference. Now also in this tutorial I like to go over a simple way to route to make your sounds a little more advanced sounding, I guess you could say. So let's put a low pass filter on low pass 4 on filter 1 and turn that cutoff all the way down. Let's put this all the way to the top. You can keep this and everything else is fine. Now you play it, there's no sound coming through. Okay, so let's go to envelope 1 per se. Let's go to envelope 2 actually. Let's go to envelope 2 per se and route envelope 2 right here and plug it all the way up. Oh, there's a sound. Okay, cool. So now by adjusting envelope 2 with this cutoff filter, you can control the shape of the sound. For example, much better pluck. In my opinion, you get a much better pluck this way. Now here's, okay, so just say here's let's see the similar settings. Go over here and check this out. We'll make similar settings. Actually, I don't like that, but just okay, so just like that. But if you take this off, vastly different sound by adding that envelope 2 or envelope 3 or envelope 1, whatever you want to add. So it's something I always do often is add envelopes to cutoffs, and it usually gives you a better, crisper pluck, in my opinion. That sounds better than, in my opinion, that sounds much better than it sounds without the envelope routed to it. And again, these settings are the same as envelope 4, so once you learn those, you learn these, then all should be well. Now, I'm gonna go show you another trick that routing an envelope's helping. Just say you go to envelope 1, which, and just say you want to make a very basic Dutch house sound. You want to route envelope 1 right here, okay, to oscillator 1. Now I'll go over in a later tutorial a more advanced way of creating Dutch house sounds, but just very basic, follow along with me. Put it up to 12. It already sounds kind of interesting, right? Okay. So now by adjusting the attack and adjusting this decay and level in envelope 1, which is controlled right here, will give you various Dutch housey type sounds. Now if I open up, now I go back to envelope 2, remember it's connected to cut off here, and open that up and watch. hopefully some of you just have the "oh shit, that's awesome" moment, because that was my goal. But as you can see, the attack, decay, level, and release, especially when routed, are very important. They might not seem very glamorous, but they will completely transform your sound. And watching go and just, I mean, knife party-ish sounds. Etc., etc. So by adjusting the way that, so by simply without even changing any of the default settings, adding envelope 1, adding a first envelope here, or envelope 2, or envelope 3, and going up 12, and then adjusting this attack, this decay, this level, and this release, which we talked about in other envelopes, which is all the same. By adjusting those, you can vastly change your sound. And just for a side note, in case your sound wasn't sounding like that, I should have said at the beginning, I did go to the voicing tab and put this on monophone. I probably should have went over that first and foremost, so I apologize for that. But to get your stuff to slide, you need to be on monophone, as it doesn't sound as good. Actually, it sounds the same, so no big deal. But yeah, usually you want to have it on monophone for Dutch type leads, but I guess it's not really that important this side. But anyways, that basically shows how you get different sounds. The reason why you're getting different sounds is because you notice the way this is sliding up 12 is being changed, as you can tell in the graph, in the graphical representation. So, up, watch, up, and drops right off. Hear it? Up, drops right off. But now watch it up and continue. And then drops off, or just continue. So hopefully that made sense, and I'm not the only one hearing that. But your graph will represent the sound that you hear if you listen to it very, very closely. And I think that about sums it up for very basic envelope routing. Again, you can route, you can get very creative, and I will go into more detail in a later video with how to creatively route envelopes. This is your very super basic tutorial, but hopefully that helped you. And like I said before, when I first started producing and making patches, I didn't utilize envelopes, and if I would have learned this from day one, it definitely would have helped me in the long run. So definitely take in consideration your attack, decay, level, and release. Cool. And again, sorry I didn't show this change right here. It shouldn't matter too much, but basically I usually play, you want to play chords and stuff on polyphone, and you want to play usually Dutch leads and arps on monophone typically, and I'll show that in a later video. But yeah, hopefully it helped you guys, and check out my Facebook page. Like I said, over 100 free presets and a bunch of other cool stuff, and I'll always answer your questions and try to help out any way possible. Alright, cool guys. Hope you have a great day. Peace.